Hello, everybody. If you're new to my channel, I'm Alexia. I do Bible studies and Christian living reviews on books, and this channel's kind of focus is mental health with your faith. So, what I've done today is I've grabbed 5 verses that I think could help me in my journey and might help someone else in theirs. And I got these verses from little packs like this. These are prayer cards, and I got them from Dollar Tree. They're usually in the checkout area. And I discovered these cards because the channel Bloom Biblically, she has these cards. So that's how I discovered they even existed. And I picked out 5 that I'm going to kind of meditate on each morning to try to help myself. And like I said, I'm sharing this because maybe it could help others. I picked these cards out and then I wrote some notes from the commentaries just to make sure I'm using them correctly as best I can. So the first one is Isaiah 49:13. The Lord comforts his people and will have compassion on his afflicted ones. So the commentaries, I kind of did a mixture of reading my Tony Evans Bible commentary and then going on Google. The commentaries are saying, be assured that God has a tender affection for his church and people. He would not have them be discouraged. So although this original verse was kind of intended towards the Israelites and what they had been going through, I still think it's a good one for us today because we're God's people too. So there's that one, and I think that one will be a great addition to my lineup. Here is another one, Psalm 2:12. Blessed are all who take refuge in him. So the Hebrew word for refuge, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong undoubtedly, shakah. So I'll let you see how it is spelled. I looked up a couple videos on how to pronounce. One said shakah, one said cha-cha, and I don't think that's right, but who knows? But that's the Hebrew word for refuge, and it means to flee for protection, to confide in, and to put one's trust in. So blessed are all who take refuge in him, which basically means to flee to him for protection, to confide in him, and to put your trust in him. And I think that's a great one to have in the lineup as well. The next one we have is Psalm 112:7. He will not fear bad news. His heart is confident, trusting in the Lord. So the commentaries for this one were basically saying the one who fears God will not fear circumstances because his heart is confident and trusting God. So that's definitely a great one to add to my lineup. Here's the next one. And this is Job 29:3. He lit up the way before me, and I walked safely through the darkness. So I will not lie, this verse was said about his circumstances before he started going through his suffering due to the accuser and all of that. So this was said in kind of a way like, why can't I have that back kind of way, but I still think it's a good verse to meditate on. So, and especially since we know Job's story ended happily. So let's see what the commentary said. The light of God's countenance shining about a man's path enables him to walk securely even through darkness. So that's what the commentaries had to say about that verse. And here we have our last one, Ecclesiastes 7:8. The end of a matter is better than its beginning, and patience is better than pride. So the commentary is kind of, the Tony Evans commentary at least, kind of chunked in 7:8 and 7:9 together. So I'm going to say what all the commentary had to say about both of those. So it was saying, regardless of how you begin, you want to make sure you finish strong. Don't be in a rush to be angry. Many people make foolish mistakes because they were hasty. So I'm not angry, but I am anxious. So I think I can kind of use this verse to meditate on for my issues. Although I'm not angry, not being in a rush to get anxious is great also, because as we've seen, if you've watched my last few videos, I did make a foolish mistake because I was hasty in trying to make my anxious self feel better. So this one's definitely a good one to put in the lineup. So that's the video. These are the verses I think could help me and might be able to help others. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you got something out of it. I'm starting to include my email and my Instagram in the description of the videos. So if anybody wants to talk and kind of have fellowship and discuss our mental health journeys and struggles together, we can. I am not a therapist. I am not an expert with the Bible, but I do think it's helpful to know you're not alone with your circumstances. So yes, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your week, and God bless.